Everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 2 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. There you can find a list of the chapter. Scroll where you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 2 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter estimation and rounding. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So here I'm on grade 2 math chapter. We are going to start with estimation and rounding. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is estimate 2 nearest 10. Let's just start with the first lesson. Estimate to the nearest 10 how many marbles are there. So you don't have to count them, right? So we actually don't need to count them. We have to estimate, right? So you can see this is a group of 10 marbles. There are more than two groups of 10 marbles. So there are more than 20 marbles. There are about 50 marbles. You don't have to count them exactly one by one. You just have to see, like you just have to guess. You are given with two of the options, so you have to estimate which option is the correct one. Let's just start with the test questions. Estimate 54 to nearest 10. So basically, every number is estimated between two tens, right? Like here you have 54. So 54 is between two tens, 50 and 60, right? And this is exactly the halfway. So 54 is before the half, like 55 is exactly the half between 50 and 60. So 54 is before 55. So that means 54 is just 4 points away to 50. So that means 54 can be rounded off to 50 because 54 is just 4 points away from 50, but it is 6 points away from 60, right? So the correct option is 50. Option number 1 is the correct option because 54 is near to 50, so it would be rounded to 50. So the correct option is 50. This is actually the basic concept of the estimation. The correct option is 50. Option 1 is the correct option. How many marbles are there? Estimate. So we just have to estimate, look at the options we are given. They are 50, 20 and 80. So which is the correct option? That is, they are just 20. Because if they are 50, they looks more. No, they are just 20. Option number 3 is the correct option. See, they are not 50. Okay, the next one is estimate 58 to the nearest 10. So I will explain this question in two ways, right? Whatever way you can find easy, you can do. So basically, every number is between two tens, right? Here you have 58. So 58 is between 50 and 60. Here is 55, the midway, the middle number of 50 and 60, right? 58 is here, just 1 point away from 60, right? So, and it is 8 points away from 50. So, which number it would be rounded off to? It would be rounded to 60. Why? Because it is just 1 point away to 60, right? This is the one way to understand the estimation. Let me tell you the other way so that you can understand the estimation easily. 58. You need to compare 5 is the digit that is at the tens position, right? And right next to 5 we have 8. 8 is, you need to compare this number to 5. 8 is greater than 5, right? When the ones digit is greater than 5, you need to round up. Round up means add 1 to the tens digit. 5 plus 1 is 6 and replace the ones digit with 0. This is the other way to do the estimation. So it would be rounded off to 60. So the correct option is 60. It would be rounded off to 60. Option number 3 is the correct option. Estimate 68 to the nearest 10. So which is the correct option? So 68. 68 is between. Okay, let's just explain the other way. 68. 6 is the digit that is at the tens position. And right next to 6 we have 8. Compare the 8 to 5. So 8 is greater than 5. That means you need to round up. Round up means replace, add 1 to the tens digit. 6 plus 1 is 7. And replace the other digits with 0. So it would be rounded to 70. So the correct option is 70. Option number 3 is the correct option, right? The correct option is 70. Estimate 34 to nearest 10. So which is the correct option? 34. 3 is the digit that is at the tens position. Right next to 3 we have 4. We need to compare this number to 5. So 4 is less than 5. And 4 is less than 5. So we need to round down. Round down means we need to round on the same tens and just put a 0. So that is 30. So the correct option is 30. 34 is rounded off to 30, not 40. How you can understand like this? 34 is between two tens, 30 and 40, right? The midway of 30 and 40 is 35. 34 is just 4 points away from 30 and 6 points away from 40. So you need to round where you have the smaller distance. So it would be rounded to 30 because it is near to 30. Got it? So it would be rounded to 30. The correct option is 30. Got it? How many marbles are there? Estimate 50, 60, and 40. Which is the correct option? I think it would be 50. Oh, yes, they are 50. Estimate 45 to the nearest 10. 45 to the nearest 10. Now 45 is exactly the midway between 40 and 50, right? So if the number is exactly the middle number of between the two numbers, it would be rounded up. So it would be rounded to because it is the same distance from here and the same distance here. So it would be rounded off to we need to round it up. So it would be rounded to 50. So the correct option is 50. That is 50. Option number 3 is the correct option. Estimate 68 to the nearest 10. So we need to estimate 68 to the nearest 10. So which 10 it would be? 68. So 6 is the digit at the tens position and 8 is the digit at the ones. We need to compare it to 5. So 8 is greater than 5 or less than 5. 8 is greater than 5. So it would be round up. Round up means add 1 to the tens digit and replace the ones digit with 0. So it would be rounded to 70. Option number 3 is the correct option. 78 is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is round to the nearest 10. What is 54 rounded to nearest 10? So 54 we need to round out to the nearest 10. So we need to find the tens digit, right? 5 is the digit that is at the tens position. And on the right we have 4. We need to compare 4 to 5. So 4 is less than 5, right? 4 is less than 5, so we need to round on the same 10. Keep 5 as it is and replace the ones digit with 0. So it would be rounded to 50. The correct option is 50. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. What is 19 rounded to nearest 10? So which is the correct option? So we need to round off 19, right? To the nearest 10. So 1 is the digit that is at the tens position. Right next to 1 we have 9. We need to compare this 9 to 5. So 9 is greater than 5. So what we have to do? We need to round up. Add 1 to the tens digit and replace the ones digit with 0. Very good. So it would be rounded to 20. The correct option is 20. Option number 1 is the correct option. 19 is rounded to 20. What is 53 rounded to nearest 10? You can take your time thinking then answer, right? 53. 5 is the digit that is at the tens position. So right next to 10 we have 3, and 3 is less than 5, so very good, it is rounded to 50. And I think this is the easiest way you can round off. Every number is between two tens, 50 and 60. So 53 is just 3 points away from 50 and 70. So you will always round to the one that is nearest to 10. So it is nearest to 50. So the correct option is 50. Whatever way you can find easy, you can do. Okay. So 50 it is. Very good. It is 50. What is 52 rounded to nearest 10? So which is the correct option? So 52 is rounded to which is the correct option? 52 is rounded to 50. Very good. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. What is 54 rounded to nearest 10? So which is the correct option? 54 is rounded to which 10? 54 is rounded to 50. Very good. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is 23 rounded to nearest 10? 23 is rounded to very good. 28 is option number 3 is the correct option. What is 44 rounded to nearest 10? 44 rounded to nearest 10. 44 is rounded to which 10? 44 is rounded to 40. Very good. Option number 3 is the correct option. What is 66 rounded to nearest 10? 66 is rounded to which 10? Very good. That is 70. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is 72 rounded to nearest 10? 72 is rounded to, very good, option number 2, 78 is. What is 63 rounded to the nearest 10? Sixty-three is rounded to, very good, 68 is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is, that is round to the nearest 10 or 100. Round to the nearest 10 or 100. What is 252 rounded to the nearest 100? So 252. 2 is the digit that is at the hundreds position, right? So one place right. Look at the one place right of the 100, that is 5. Compare this 5 to 5. So 5 is equal to 5. So 252 is rounded to 200. We need to round on the same 100. So keep 2 as it is and replace the other two digits with 0. So that is 200. Let's just start with the test questions. What is 678 rounded to nearest 10? 678. Basically, we need to do exactly the same way we did for the 10, but you just have to see which place you need to round off. The question is, what is 678 rounded to nearest 10? So look at the tens digit. 7 is the digit at the tens. Right next to 7, we have 8. 8 is greater than 5, so you need to round up. Round up means add 1 to the tens digit and replace the ones digit with 0. Very good, that is 680. That is 680. Option number 2 is the correct option, that is 680. What is 485 rounded to nearest 100? You need to round off to the 100, right? 485. So 4 is the digit that is at the hundreds position. And on the right hand side, we have 8. You need to compare 8 to 5. So 8 is greater than 5 or less than 5. 8 is greater than 5. So you need to round up. Round up means replace the tens digit with, replace the hundred digit with 0. Replace the hundred. Add 1 to the hundreds digit and replace the other digits to with 0. So the correct option is 500. The correct option is 500. Option number 3 is the correct option, not 2, 3. Option 3 is the correct option. What is 898 rounded to nearest 100? So 898 we need to round off to nearest 100. So 8 is the digit that is at the hundreds position. Right next to 8 we have 9. We need to compare it to 5, so 9 is greater than 5. So we need to add 1 to the 100 digit is 9 and replace the other digits with 0. That is 900. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is 23 rounded to nearest 10? 23 is rounded to. Very good. 20 it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is 293 rounded to nearest 100? 293 is rounded to. Very good. It is rounded to 300. What is 288 rounded to nearest 10? 288 to nearest 10. So it would be rounded to 290. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is 252 rounded to nearest 100? 252 is rounded to. You have to round it to the 100, so it would be rounded to 300. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is 321 rounded to nearest 100? So which is the correct option? Three hundred 21 is rounded to 300. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is 24 rounded to nearest 10? So 24 is rounded to 20. Option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just chapter we were working on is estimation and rounding. Since we have covered today are nearest 10, around to the nearest 10, around to the nearest 10 or 100. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for just it. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. You can write them down in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions if you have any. Any questions? You can please ask if you have any. No questions? Okay.